Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got the R Series Rifles mod here. Technically plural rifles, but really just one rifle that you can kind of customize a variety of different ways to be multiple different guns. So the R Series Rifles, also known as the R91, is the assault rifle, the American non-Chinese assault rifle from Fallout 3. In this game, it's called the defense rifle because there's already an assault rifle, so they called it something different. Also, it's called the defense rifle because it was mostly used by people in the National Guard who were defending the homeland when it got nuked and everything turned to shit. So, we have this version here that I currently have equipped on my character here. This is kind of the most basic version of the gun that you can get. It's got a rapid automatic receiver, so it's going to shoot really fast. But it does sound nice, and that reload is very good. There's three different magazines for this weapon, and each of them comes with a different reload. This is the default 24-round magazine reload, which does look very nice. There's the 30 round, which is also very good. We currently, or 32, I guess. We currently have equipped on this one here. This is my kind of like infiltrator rebuild. Obviously, with a reflex sight, this reflex sight looks very nice. Lots of different scopes you can equip on this gun here. But this also has the integral suppressor, like the infiltrator does. The infiltrator obviously being quite good. It's like one of the few suppressed weapons from Fallout 3 as a special variant of the assault rifle you got in the Pit DLC, right? But that version has like a long range like sniper scope with the integral suppressor and stuff. We can customize this further in a little bit. But this reflex sight here is very nice. Integral suppressor sound is good. Just make sure you guys want to see this 32 round magazine reload is really good. Like the way your character's holding the gun at the front with this left hand is insane. Like just the quality of that animation is extreme. But let's take a look at the weapon workbench here. Also, I should mention, I guess, to get this weapon for yourself, it's added to the level list once you find it, so there's no crafting. You have to either find it off of a gunner or buy it from a weapon vendor after, I'm imagining, reaching a certain level. I'm not sure what that level is, but, you know, if you're level 1, you're probably not going to find it. So let's take a look at this infiltrator version. So we currently have, you know, all the different receivers. You can do semi-auto, you can do full auto. Obviously, because the Fallout 3 assault rifle, the R91, was automatic, I kind of make it automatic, but you can obviously make it semi-auto. And automatic receivers do less damage than semi-auto. There's 3 barrels, light, short, and long. Light and short are pretty much the same, except for light is lighter. So, I mean, I guess you get better recoil control. I'd rather just use long barrel, though. You get better recoil control and all that stuff. Technically, if you want to make the infiltrator, give it the infiltrator stock, which is like a, well, in this case, a cut-off stock to make it compact. You get a little compact looking thing here. But obviously, recoil compensating a marksman stock, depending on what level of gun nut you have, to increase the recoil control even more. We'll put the large magazine on here, which is a 40 round mag. But I think it's like I got a bad reload. Obviously, we showed off with no scope on here, but if we put no scope on here, we also have iron sights here that have an alternate version. We'll show off those as well as glow sights. You can also put the XR92 coating on here, which makes the weapon green. That's the only difference. It's R91 coating all day, baby. Especially with if we're going to do the integral suppressor, all the things like you would have on the infiltrator version of the gun. And technically you put on like a long range scope. Obviously you see here we got lots of different things here, like a dot sight, which is not the reflex sight. Reflex sight 1 is the one we showed off earlier. There's a different reflex sight here, a laser sight, so like you can aim at a dot, right? I'll show that off in a little bit as well. So let's take a look at my integrally suppressed infiltrator version of the gun. This is with the alternate iron sights. Obviously, Fallout 3 never had iron sights, so you never had to look through those things. This is the 40 round mag. You do flip it, which is weird. I don't know why. Like, if there's any like reason why you bring a magazine, like you hold it upside down essentially to get it in the gun. But I mean, I'm sure it's there. It's at least a unique and interesting reload. It's not like any of these are vanilla reloads. They're all nice looking, clean reloads. The weapon obviously does look nice here. Obviously, the no stock is going to give you some more recoil, but I'm not controlling anything. My thumb's not even on the right stick. And with a 40 round magazine, I'm not really getting to that point where recoil becomes a problem. So you could just, you know, really just take the reduced weight. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the other things you can do with this weapon. So I'm going to leave it infiltrator style with no stock essentially, and the integral suppressor, because I think it's just the best way. You can put compressor or compensators, and muzzle brakes on there. You can put also a regular suppressor on here, and you can also put an ignition muzzle on there that adds burning damage. That's kind of crazy. We're not even going to get into that too much right this second. Bayonet too, I guess, no muzzle. You can do all the different kinds of things. It does sound good loud. We did show that off a little bit earlier. My favorite reload is the medium magazine reload, though. We'll just put that back on there. We kind of leave that one on there. We should show off the glow sights, just so you guys can see what those look like real quick, and then we'll go through some of the scopes and stuff. The glow sights are nice. They glow. You can see them. I mean, the recoil of that's a little bit much, but like this is my favorite of the reloads of the 3 different magazines. Obviously, you're losing some capacity, but it is faster to compensate, and I think it looks the nicest. So if we put scopes on here, obviously at the bottom here we got all the long range scopes. Your long recon, your medium recon, your short recon, long night vision, medium night vision, and short night vision scope, as well as long scope, medium, short scope. Short scope is really what the infiltrator would be like. My short scope's gonna look different because I have scope mods, but essentially that's what it looks like, right? That's how the infiltrator works. And it was a bad gun. I used it all the time in Fallout 3, but it was a bad gun. It was like worse than the regular assault rifle. It did like way less damage. I think it shot faster or something like that. But it did have a sniper scope and an integral suppressor, so that made it a big deal to use anyway in that kind of capacity. So we're also going to show off some of the other actual different scopes that we showed. The reflex set off. The dot sights is just plain like combat rifle dot sight. We'll show off the other reflex. We got hollow sights and stuff in here too. So like that's like a cross reflex sight. I don't necessarily like to look at that one compared to the reflex sight one, but you know, sights are all personal preference on that kind of situation. You should still use the long barrel. You can make it semi-auto if you want to, like I said, but like it's really like the laser sight does work as a kind of a cool thing. It's a really big, bulky looking laser sight, but it does give you a dot essentially to shoot at, and it is accurate, right? Like if I was like aiming at hold on a sec. Alright everybody, sorry about that. There was a knock at the door. But yeah, we got the big chunky laser sight. Obviously we're just showing that off. It works well. The reload is still fantastic. But yeah, lots of different scope options here, including a couple long range ones that we're going to show off here real quick. We also have hollow sights as well. And a carry handle sight, which is weird. But like a combat sight here, a marksman sight. These are like small, slightly increased zoom scopes. Not like a long range zoom scope, but like, you know, get a little bit of zoom on it. This one's a little bit bulky for my liking. Like I said, I really just like a plain reflex sight, but there is a lot of variety here. I'm not obviously going to show off on each and every one of them, but there is quite a bit here, right? I guess we'll make the infiltrator here. We'll make a short scope, long barrel, like, you know, I guess technically this would be like a light barrel, right? Because you want to be sneaky around, right? Like you have no stock, so you got to compact the weapon so you can hide it. That was the whole point of the infiltrator. So a little short scope, little suppressed weapon. It's kind of a cool vibe. And then obviously, I guess we'll show off the other one. That's a pistol. Sorry, my bad. Gotta go here. Then we'll have this one. This is rapid fire. This is way too fast. But it's cool that that receiver exists. I'm gonna get to some combat though, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright everybody, we're kind of pulling up here on my zombies are in arcade mode where I always test out my weapons and stuff. I did want to show off a couple little things here about the weapon. This is the running animation with the weapon. I know a lot of you complain about certain assault rifles having one-handed rifle animations. This is not that. This has got a big, chunky, kind of meaty, heavy-looking thing. And this is the, like, lowered version of the weapon, right? You hold it just across, and then you can, you know, aim and come back and stuff. This is my, I've made a semi-auto version here. Like, it's got a big old magazine, but it's pretty much like how maybe, like, the best version of the weapon, like how you could design it to, I mean, each best is a personal preference, but like we'll use this one for a round, and we'll use, this is obviously loud too, very loud, but semi-auto, I mean the tap fire rate is doing just fine. We'll do some bad shots on deck here. These are high level gunners, mind you, too, so they are going to take some shots regardless, but like, you know, it's not like the assault rifle from Fallout 3 or the R91, if you want to call it that. It's a very powerful gun. Like, it was never, like, the best gun in the game. And like I said, the infiltrator was actually kind of underpowered, but we'll show that off in a little bit. We'll do some third-person shooting with this, too, to show you guys that it does work and work well. I mean, obviously, you can still get a pretty quick rate of fire here with the semi-auto. Like, it's not... there's really no reason to ever actually make a gun full auto in Fallout 4. That's the opinion that I always hold, but I like to do it anyway because I'm lazy. So, we got our sneaky, extra sneaky stealth scope, no stock, integral suppressed barrel, all that stuff to do the best infiltrating that we can do here. And we're obviously, I got the night vision perk on, right? So it is a little bit brighter than it would usually be here, but it's going to work for the stealth, okay? Round 2 is starting. So, we're going to find targets. We're going to try to sneak attack critical them in the head and see how effective that is compared. I mean, obviously that person did get hit in the head. It still takes a couple shots, but this very much is better than the infiltrator ever was in Fallout 3. I'll tell you what, that reload is so nice. That still is my favorite, that medium mag reload. Not that the large mag isn't very good either, but you know, different strokes, I guess. Depends on what your preference is. Let me know in the comments down below. That's a legendary. Still went down fairly quick. A wounding lever action rifle. That is nice. I'll take that. Just because it's a legendary, right? Why do you honest not pick up your legendaries? I guess unless they're garbage. There's a lot of garbage legendaries. Let's go for more sneak attack criticals, but maybe this time in VATS. Except for it's all not hitting. Insane. I was like, I got a 90-something% chance. I would like it to pay off at some point, please. Thank you. So that guy is super duper dead. One more in here. You go to get VATS in the head. Infiltrator never was this good. It's a cool infiltrator though. I really love the infiltrator as like a look, like a sneaky, compact assault rifle with like a long range scope on it. Cause like I don't know, it's cool. This mod is cool though. It does add some classic iconic, well, really one classic iconic weapon to Fallout 4 and its variants, essentially the infiltrator, as well as the classic R91, but they're cool guns. They function well. They've been updated to add a bunch of cool new attachments and stuff, and I think the mod does function well. Weighs in at about 70 megabytes, so not extremely big for what I think you're getting out of the deal here. It's you know, smaller than a lot of assault rifle mods, but not too small. The texture quality holds up well. This does look nice, feels good to use. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is this a mod you're thinking about checking out for yourselves? If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.